Hello, beautiful Libra. I'm so grateful you've joined me as we move through the energy of July 2nd and 3, 2026. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for every like, thoughtful comment and subscription, because your presence truly means so much. I invite you to stay with me until the end of this video, because if this message has reached you now, it may be arriving at exactly the moment your heart is ready to receive it. Always remember that your life belongs to you and every decision remains in your own hands. These messages are meant for a broad audience, so allow yourself to keep what genuinely resonates and simply release what doesn't. Together, let's explore the energies surrounding your love life, finances, health, and family, beginning with an important insight for these opening days of July. As this new month starts to unfold, your surroundings hold more support than you may realize, especially within your closest relationships. Allow the positive qualities around you to strengthen your connection with your partner and family, instead of letting disappointment shape your emotional outlook. The atmosphere of these days carries the promise of renewal, quiet opportunity, and meaningful transformation. You are approaching an important new chapter, and life seems to be encouraging you forward with calm but unmistakable guidance. The Ace of Pentacles points toward abundance that reaches far beyond financial gain, touching personal fulfillment and the quiet satisfaction that comes from living in alignment with your authentic self. Whether your focus is a business idea, a creative dream, or a personal ambition, your steady efforts are beginning to align with supportive universal energy. Even so, this opportunity asks something of you in return. Some beliefs and habits that once kept you safe may now be limiting how far you can grow, and fear often disguises itself as protection when it is really blocking possibility. Take time to ask yourself why certain emotions arise and which beliefs continue shaping your reactions, because understanding those deeper roots makes it easier to release doubt and unnecessary worry. The High Priestess, joined by Justice, gently reminds you that your reality responds to the energy you consistently cultivate. Rather than focusing on guarding yourself from every uncertainty, begin creating from a place of trust, allowing obstacles to become stepping stones instead of barriers. Picture yourself already living the life you desire, surrounded by genuine love, meaningful success, and the balance you've been searching for, giving your imagination permission to stretch beyond old limitations. I attract what I focus on. Write those words somewhere you'll see them, speak them aloud, and allow them to settle into your thoughts like a quiet daily affirmation. The meaningful coincidences that appear along your path are gentle reminders that you're moving in the right direction, so let them strengthen your confidence. Welcome love in every form. And if your kindness isn't returned, release it with grace, because not everyone is ready to receive what you freely offer. Protect your inner light without hiding its warmth, trusting that the love you give sincerely always finds its way back in its own time. These opening days of July invite you to step toward the future you've been quietly envisioning, knowing the universe is encouraging you to embrace opportunities already moving closer. Before we continue, please take a moment to leave a like, because your support helps these videos continue reaching those who may need them. For July 2nd and 3, your lucky numbers are 2 and 22. Keep them close throughout these days whenever the opportunity naturally presents itself. And if you have the chance to use them, don't overlook it, because their energy is connected specifically with this moment. Your lucky color is soft blue, so consider wearing it or carrying it as part of your day, allowing its peaceful, balanced energy to accompany your choices whenever you naturally find yourself selecting something to wear. There may be moments when it feels as though everything around you is shifting at once, leaving you wondering where you'll find the strength to keep moving. Yet the reality is often gentler than the stories fear creates inside your mind. And your greatest task now is refusing to let discouragement define your next step. Every person carries seasons like this, so treat yourself with compassion instead of believing you're alone in the struggle. The road toward genuine happiness rarely appears through effortless shortcuts or dramatic breakthroughs. Instead, it unfolds one steady step at a time, even when the climb feels long and the path asks for patience you didn't know you possessed. Keep moving with quiet determination, because every small step is carrying you closer to what you've been working toward. During these opening days of July, Your creativity becomes one of your greatest strengths, bringing fresh ideas that can reshape projects you've been nurturing. If others say you spend too much time reflecting or exploring your inner world, don't allow those opinions to discourage you, because the perspective they question may be exactly what helps you create something meaningful. Difficult experiences and deep disappointments may have shaped you, but they were never meant to diminish your confidence. This is also the right moment to strengthen your boundaries with kindness and clarity. Your generous heart deserves respect, so don't allow people who constantly drain your energy to occupy space that belongs to your peace of mind. The past has already completed its purpose, and reopening old doors only invites familiar pain back into your life. As July continues to unfold, you'll begin noticing small but meaningful moments that quietly restore your hope. It might be a warm smile, a thoughtful gesture, a meaningful glance, or even soft morning light catching your attention on the way to work. However it appears, these gentle reminders encourage you to recognize that life still knows how to place unexpected gifts along your path. If you're moving through a difficult season, allow those simple moments to remind you that brighter days continue drawing closer. And if your heart is only carrying a touch of sadness or quiet melancholy, trust that emotions continue to move and change with time. Nothing you feel today has to remain permanent. The Tower appears here, not as a force of meaningless destruction, but as a sign that the structures no longer supporting your growth are beginning to give way. Something you once depended on may feel uncertain now. Relationship, a long-standing situation, or a version of life you believed would always remain the same. The emotions surrounding those changes are genuine and is natural if your heart is still searching for understanding. Yet this transformation is not a punishment. It clears away what had already become fragile, what quietly limited your spirit, and what could no longer carry you into the life waiting ahead. Even if part of you asks why everything is changing now, a deeper part already recognizes that remaining where you were would have kept you from becoming who you're meant to be. Many of you have grown tired of waiting for clarity, mutual effort, or the simple feeling of being valued as deeply as you value others. Conversations faded, promises remained unfinished, and hope slowly gave way to emotional exhaustion until your heart finally realized it deserved something healthier. Whether you chose to walk away or circumstances made that choice for you, releasing what no longer serves you is one of the kindest gifts you can offer yourself. For you, Libra, the energy of July 2nd and 3 feels steady, balanced, and quietly encouraging. Practical developments combine with emotional insight, inviting you to create greater harmony while remaining patient with material matters and open to meaningful personal growth. The universe gently encourages you to trust that lasting progress is already taking shape. The Knight of Pentacles arrives with calm confidence, reminding you that meaningful results often develop more slowly than you'd prefer. During these early days of July, expect steady rewards that may come through a delayed payment, a promising career opportunity, or a family matter finally moving toward resolution. This card encourages you to value consistency over urgency, because what once seemed delayed is now gathering real momentum through patience, dedication, and thoughtful action. The Queen of Swords encourages you to move beyond uncertainty and step back into your own sense of clarity. During these first days of July, you naturally recognize where stronger boundaries are needed, and you become more willing to express your truth with calm confidence instead of accepting uncertainty or mixed messages. Whether you're navigating a relationship or a personal decision, this card shows that you've stopped waiting for answers to arrive on their own and that choosing to trust your own judgment. Balance becomes one of the strongest themes surrounding you now. For you, Libra, harmony grows when patience supports passion, when independence exists alongside meaningful connection, and when thoughtful choices replace emotional extremes. Healing comes through steady adjustment, especially in close relationships where understanding and mutual respect create lasting peace. The Emperor may represent someone important whose strong personality is learning the value of compromise, or it may reflect your own growing ability to create stability through quiet leadership. These opening days of July remind you that lasting strength is built through consistency rather than constant change. True confidence comes from creating solid foundations that continue supporting you long after the excitement of new beginnings has faded. The Nine of Cups brings the promise of heartfelt fulfillment and sincere emotional satisfaction. After periods of waiting, holding back, or wondering whether your hopes would ever come together, joy begins finding its way back into your life through meaningful relationships, personal accomplishments, or simply a deeper sense of inner peace. Allow yourself to appreciate these blessings without needing to prove anything to anyone, because your quiet confidence is becoming its own reward. The Magician reminds you that everything you need to create meaningful progress already exists within you. Your natural creativity, thoughtful communication, and ability to bring people together become powerful tools for turning intentions into reality, whether you're beginning a project, strengthening a relationship, or opening yourself to new opportunities. The energy flows most freely when your actions remain aligned with your deepest intentions. Transformation continues unfolding in ways that ultimately create more freedom than loss. This card signals the completion of outdated patterns, whether they involve an unhealthy relationship, silence that has lasted too long, or beliefs that no longer reflect the person you're becoming. What appears to be an ending is gently making room for healthier connections, greater balance, and a future that feels more authentic. The star follows with a message of healing, hope, and quiet renewal. After necessary changes and patient effort, its light reminds you that guidance is always available. Your faith can grow stronger again, and brighter possibilities are gradually revealing themselves before you. Trust this peaceful current as it gently restores your confidence and encourages you to keep moving forward. Regarding your health, pay attention if your body begins asking for extra rest or showing signs of lingering fatigue. If something continues beyond a single day, take it seriously. Schedule the appropriate checkups and avoid making major medical decisions without seeking a second professional opinion. Thoughtful care and good judgment remain your strongest allies. Your emotional well-being deserves the same attention as your physical health. If life begins to feel overwhelming, or you're struggling to carry everything alone, allow trusted people to support you because everyone needs help from time to time. Releasing old emotional burdens creates space for greater peace, and you deserve to feel lighter than you've been allowing yourself to feel. Give yourself permission to enjoy simple moments that restore your spirit. A warm bath, slow breathing, or any peaceful ritual that helps you release tension can remind you that calm and happiness begin within you before they appear anywhere else. Small acts of self-care have the power to reset both your body and your perspective. In your professional life, recent changes may not have unfolded exactly as you hoped, but there is no reason to judge yourself harshly. Every experience has added to your knowledge, and during these early days of July, supportive energy encourages situations to begin settling into place more naturally. Even if your current workplace doesn't feel like the right fit yet, you're gradually moving toward an environment where your abilities can truly be recognized and fully expressed. Every experience leaves behind something valuable, even the ones that once felt like disappointments or wrong turns. What may have looked like a mistake in the moment often becomes the lesson that quietly strengthens your confidence later. In your day-to-day work, try not to let demanding, impatient, or argumentative co-workers pull you into unnecessary conflict, especially when those situations consume energy that could be invested elsewhere. Protecting your peace is every bit as productive as completing your responsibilities, because a calm mind consistently makes wiser decisions than a distracted one. You naturally take your commitments seriously and do your best work when you're trusted to carry out your responsibilities without constant pressure or unnecessary interference. If difficult personalities continue testing your patience, remember that the healthy boundaries you've been developing deserve a place in your professional life just as much as they do in your personal relationships. Respecting your own limits doesn't create distance. It creates the space where your talents, professionalism, and quiet confidence can be seen more clearly by others. The truth is that you're in a stronger position than you may realize, especially if your work follows a steady routine that allows you to stay organized and focused. For many of you, these opening days of July bring a welcome feeling that your consistent efforts are finally beginning to produce visible progress, even if those changes arrive gradually. continue trusting the process because meaningful success is rarely built through dramatic breakthroughs alone. More often, it grows from small daily habits repeated with patience, care, and dedication. If you're searching for a new position or hoping to advance professionally, the outlook continues moving in a positive direction. Career choices you once questioned have quietly given you valuable experience, strengthening your skills in ways that are now becoming increasingly relevant. What once felt like a detour may soon reveal itself as necessary preparation for opportunities that fit your abilities far better than previous ones. Stay encouraged, continue refining your strengths, and don't lose momentum, because consistency remains the key to opening the stable role you've been hoping to secure. Financially, the energy surrounding July 2nd and 3 suggests that patience is beginning to receive the recognition it deserves. The Knight of Pentacles reminds you that what once appeared frustratingly delayed is steadily approaching completion, whether it involves a payment, a settlement, an investment, or another financial matter you nearly stopped expecting to improve. These developments may arrive quietly rather than dramatically, yet their reliability makes them far more valuable than temporary bursts of luck. Lasting prosperity often enters your life one steady step at a time. You may also notice encouraging movement involving your home, long-term security, or a property-related matter that has required more patience than expected. A side project, personal investment, or practical goal could begin producing meaningful results, confirming that your dedication has been building something worthwhile beneath the surface all along. The universe often rewards persistence in ways that aren't immediately visible, and these developments reflect the value of every consistent effort you continued making, even during moments when progress seemed slow. Allow thoughtful planning to guide your financial decisions instead of chasing shortcuts or promises that seem too good to be true. Practical choices supported by quiet optimism create the kind of abundance that remains stable over time, and an unexpected bonus, refund, helpful opportunity, or pleasant financial surprise could brighten these first days of July. Celebrate these moments with gratitude rather than haste, because small victories often become the strong foundation from which much greater opportunities naturally grow. The Death card points toward releasing outdated beliefs about scarcity or financial habits that no longer reflect the life you're working to create. As those fears gradually loosen their hold, you open the door to healthier patterns, wiser choices, and a more natural flow of prosperity that feels sustainable instead of uncertain. The star follows with gentle reassurance, reminding you that healing continues after difficult seasons, and that hope is no longer just an idea. It's becoming something you can steadily build your future upon. When it comes to love, honest communication becomes one of your greatest strengths during these early days of July. If emotional distance, unresolved tension, or lingering silence has entered your relationship, choose sincere conversation instead of quiet assumptions, and listen with the same openness you hope to receive in return. Sometimes healing begins not through dramatic declarations, but through feeling truly heard. This willingness to understand one another creates the kind of emotional safety that allows closeness to return more naturally than you might expect. Your creativity also becomes a beautiful bridge between hearts. Thoughtful surprises, affectionate gestures, shared laughter, or simply setting aside uninterrupted time together can rekindle feelings that may have softened beneath the demands of everyday life. Even spending time with mutual friends or creating new memories together can refresh the energy between you, helping both of you remember what first drew you toward one another. Lasting love isn't sustained by grand moments alone. It grows stronger through the quiet decision to keep choosing each other every day. If you're single, these opening days of July may present an opportunity to clear away a misunderstanding with someone who has already shown genuine interest in you. A conversation, an unexpected invitation, or a naturally unfolding romantic moment may reveal possibilities that once seemed uncertain. Even so, you're unlikely to be satisfied with attraction alone because you're seeking something that reaches beyond appearances. You want emotional honesty, mutual respect, intellectual connection, and a relationship that truly resonates with your heart. So trust yourself enough to let meaningful connections develop at their own pace. Within your family life, themes of stability and positive transformation continue unfolding with quiet strength. For you, Libra, the Emperor highlights the value of creating healthy structure, mutual respect, and thoughtful leadership that brings people together rather than driving them apart. Clear expectations, patient communication, and a willingness to listen before reacting can ease small tensions before they become larger disagreements. By choosing steadiness over control and understanding over pride, you help create an atmosphere where harmony has the opportunity to grow naturally within the people who matter most. The Knight of Pentacles points to slow but meaningful progress within your home and family life. Situations involving shared responsibilities, living arrangements, or everyday routines can gradually settle into a healthier rhythm, allowing everyone to feel more supported and understood over time. Rather than expecting immediate solutions, trust that steady cooperation is creating stronger foundations with every small step forward. Temperance encourages each person to meet the others with patience and compassion, reminding you that lasting harmony is often built through quiet compromise, thoughtful conversations, and a genuine willingness to understand different perspectives instead of resisting them. The Nine of Cups highlights moments of sincere happiness shared with the people who matter most. A shared meal, genuine laughter, heartfelt conversations, or even simple moments of being fully present together may strengthen family bonds more deeply than grand gestures ever could. The Death card gently signals the closing of old emotional chapters, encouraging lingering misunderstandings, outdated expectations, or long-held resentments to finally lose their grip. As those emotional burdens begin to fade, they naturally make room for healthier interactions, renewed closeness, and relationships that feel lighter and more authentic. The star follows with a comforting promise of healing, hope, and emotional renewal. It shines softly where uncertainty or distance may have existed before, encouraging reconciliation, restored trust, and the confidence to believe that stronger family connections are possible. These opening days of July offer an opportunity to move forward together with greater empathy, clearer communication, and a shared commitment to creating a more peaceful atmosphere at home. As for your personal energy, you may wake up feeling quieter or more reflective than usual, and your thoughts could drift more easily during the early hours of the day. Instead of seeing this as a weakness, allow yourself the space to move gently until your natural momentum begins returning. As the day unfolds, your motivation steadily rises, your perspective becomes clearer, and by evening you may feel far more capable, energized, and emotionally balanced than you expected. Trust this gradual shift because it reflects your natural rhythm rather than a lack of strength. One of your greatest gifts during these days is the beautiful combination of imagination and empathy. Together, these qualities help you discover thoughtful solutions, recognize possibilities that others might overlook, and build authentic connections through kindness and understanding. Your ability to see situations from multiple perspectives becomes a genuine advantage, especially when others are struggling to find common ground. At the same time, be mindful not to magnify challenges or convince yourself that obstacles are larger than they truly are, because calm thinking will reveal opportunities that worry tends to hide. Leave behind insecurities that belong to an earlier version of yourself and no longer deserve space in your present life. Thoughts rooted in old disappointments should not be allowed to overshadow the opportunities now unfolding before you, because you have already grown beyond many of the fears that once held you back. Each time you choose confidence over self-doubt, you strengthen the future you're creating. Your energy is best invested in what you're building today, rather than revisiting chapters you've already outgrown. If you're a student, these opening days of July call for renewed concentration, discipline, and consistent effort. Your intuition remains strong, your mind absorbs information quickly, and your ability to connect ideas is impressive. But even natural talent reaches its fullest potential when paired with steady focus. Whether you're preparing for assignments, reviewing important material, or sitting for exams, your willingness to remain committed will produce results that exceed your current expectations. Small daily efforts now will create meaningful progress before you even realize it. Continue believing in the progress you're making, because you're moving in the right direction, even if every improvement isn't immediately visible. Every hour invested in learning strengthens not only your academic performance, but also your confidence, resilience, and personal growth. The habits you build now will continue supporting you well beyond this moment, so trust your abilities and let consistency become one of your greatest strengths. Regarding compatibility, these days bring especially supportive energy with 3 zodiac signs. First, Scorpio reminds you that meaningful transformation rarely happens all at once, but grows through quiet determination and unwavering commitment. Someone connected with this sign may encourage you simply by demonstrating patience, resilience, and the confidence to trust the process. Their presence can remind you that lasting change often begins with the smallest, consistent actions. Second, Gemini reflects the importance of directing your attention toward what lies ahead, instead of becoming attached to what has already passed. Through someone carrying this energy, you may receive a fresh perspective or an unexpected conversation that helps you recognize new possibilities. Looking ahead with openness and commitment creates space for meaningful progress, while allowing yesterday's concerns to gradually lose their influence. Finally, Taurus offers calm reassurance, grounded wisdom, and a quiet sense of stability. Someone connected with this sign may remind you that unseen support often accompanies your journey, strengthening your confidence and encouraging you to trust your own inner guidance more deeply. As you become more willing to listen to that calm inner voice, your decisions begin to feel clearer, steadier, and more aligned with the life you're working to create. Beautiful Libra, this is your message for July 2nd and 3, 2026. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and allowing me to share these moments with you. Remember that these messages are here to offer guidance, encouragement, and perspective, so you can continue making thoughtful, well-informed choices that feel true to your own path. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future daily messages. I sincerely hope these first days of July bring you renewed hope, meaningful opportunities, peaceful balance, and many beautiful manifestations as your journey continues to unfold.